HasanAbi corporate. I don't even know what that is. Sneako, Aiden, and these folks are talking about you being the reason kids cutting their off every now and then. Don't answer to this kick psycho content, please. They are demons. What? What? That's like a brand new sentence that should not exist. I don't even know what you tried to say. I mean, I get what you're trying to say. You're saying that these guys are transphobic, and also on top of that, they're like claiming that I am like causing children to cut their penises off or something, which is an insanely transphobic thing to say, and also insane in general. But yeah, I think that this is what you're referencing, right? Andrew Tate and all of Andrew Tate's like wannabe clones have genuinely taken advantage of a marketplace of like children that they have groomed into being somehow more annoying, because like children are children, you know what I mean? They're very malleable, they're very impressionable, and they do have a streak in them where they can potentially advocate for terrible, stupid, silly. But here is the outcome of that.
Andrew Tate! Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman!
What? No.
The women. And like you could tell, like these are children. I mean, they're obviously like 10, right? But also like you can tell that this is just like he's saying this because he thinks like Sneako is gonna love it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're just like you, Dad. I'm trying to be just like you, Dad. You know, the women, right? That's what you like, right?
No, wait. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir.
And then his response is like, okay, maybe we love women, but like not like transgenders, right? And it's like, bro, what are you talking about? You're like literally a baby, okay? You're a fucking baby. The fuck do you mean? They blurt out exactly what they take out of their content? Exactly. Of course, like, you think these kids are actually like, they have a well-defined worldview where they're like, yeah, I really thought about this gender stuff and I decided that it's like nonsensical. Like, no, he's just repeating what Sneako and Andrew Tate and all these other motherfuckers are saying. You know what I mean? That's it. And it's really fucked up because, you know, these guys are very deliberately crafting their messaging towards a much younger audience in this regard. And I don't know. I mean,
we love everybody. No.
Yeah.
Ian, you said iDubbbz had this very moment, and that was like a defining moment for him. Okay, that was a defining moment for iDubbbz that like made him realize that this exact fan moment caught on camera between him and Sneako, the fans and Sneako, happened to iDubbbz, where he was like, oh man, this is like what my output is. Like, this is who the people I attract are like. The difference is it took iDubbbz years to like come to terms with that and change it. Okay? I don't think Sneako gives a shit. I think Sneako loves that. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants money. Like, he wants money. He wants clout. He likes the content that automatically is created out of this. I don't think he's like genuinely interested in introspection and like taking a deep breath and turning around and going, you know, I'm going to. Ian never said this though. Oh yeah, he doesn't care. He posted. Look at Little Bro's cope response. Yeah, I mean his presence is a net negative. Look at Little Bro's cope response to the situation. Sneako's presence has been nothing but a net negative on society. They are children, obviously joking. This is how I was at 12. But if it sounds egregious to you, blame the rainbow flags in their classrooms. Blame the media for emasculating men. It's your fault for forcing an obvious agenda, not these kids. Boys will be boys. It's nutty, dude. It's like, boys will be boys. First of all, Sneako, when he was this age, was talking about how like America should not be interfering in Middle Eastern countries, okay? Sneako at this age, unironically, was like better than he is now. So he has devolved. Okay? He was making Call of Duty videos while talking about how like, why is America's military interventionist policy so devastating to the rest of the planet? You know what I mean? And also like they're emasculating men. Like, what do you mean? These are like little kids. Like, what? They're not. They are nowhere near a level of comprehension. They haven't well defined what kind of men they're going to be. And this is a very malleable time. It's a very important time for their development. And it's clear that like unfettered, unrestricted, unregulated access to like in Sneako and Andrew Tate and all these other dips online is genuinely shaping them to become little fucking demons. And I don't mean like, oh, they're demons because like they're going to be so scary and they're going to be fucking, they're going to be saying stuff that triggers me. Like, that's not even what I mean. They're just going to be like fucking assholes, you know? And that sucks. Hopefully, because they're so young, they will maybe snap out of it, as many have, right? There are many, even in this community, that were also unpleasant little gremlins who listened to like Sargon of Akkad or whatever and loved the spirit of debate and sophistry. And then they turned around and grew the fuck up and started defining their ideology, their worldview. Everyone goes through, like, a lot of people go through their own like little edgy phase, and it's fine. There's a lot of like of like social cohesion that happens in this situation as well. But you know, this is like, you keep behaving like this when you're 16, 17, 18, 19, well into your 20s, you are on a spaceship to be just like the stinkiest loser, for the record.
Hey, Mark, preach.
What have I done?
Can I get in the video? Fucking talk. Can I get in the video?
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yo, what's up?
I mean, they're kids. They're little kids. Like, I'm not gonna dunk on little kids too hard. One of them literally says like "kill the gays" or something.
Fuck the woman. Fuck the woman.
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody.
Yeah, the other one goes like, what does he say? Kill the gays? F the gays? What is
Love everybody.
Anyway, it's just sad, man. Who said fuck ass Bob? I mean, dude, you want to know how fucking like, yeah, this is kid, okay? Look at their goddamn haircuts, bro. This is literally like, keep going, it's after.
Not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. No.
All gays should die.
Yeah, Mark, preach.
I can't. I know girls can have the capacity to be edgy, but what about young boys that cause them to have an awful edgy phase? Don't roast the haircuts their moms gave them. That's what I mean. Like, that's how you know these are little children, because like, look how fucked up their hair is. That tweet is fucked up. He actually says at the end, like, what have I done? And I kind of had hope. Of course, you don't dunk on the kids. Sneako's the asshole here. No, when he says, what have I done? He doesn't give a shit, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? He's just like making content. Okay? Like, you think he has a conscience? Like, what are you, crazy? No, he's still smiling through it all. You want to know why? Because he has no self-reflection. Like, he doesn't have the capacity to fucking feel bad about what he's doing. He's like, yeah, these kids are literally dollar signs. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck. It's just views, okay? All 4 of those kids are just fucking 4 extra views. Don't know he really just saw this video on Twitter today. I personally make an effort not to cover his stinky nonsense for the most part. Like, that entire world of content is so like a deep, dark pit of despair for the most part. It's just like dudes putting themselves in like horrible situations on purpose, constantly fake fighting. I see it all the time on my fucking timeline. It just doesn't interest me. I don't know. Maybe it's interesting to you guys. You know, to each their own, I guess. I don't really like it. It's also people just like, I don't know, going through like mental health episodes that also turns into content. You know what I mean? I work at a middle school, and it's ridiculous what these kids are watching at the top of the hour. Oh, you. Their parents have no idea. Yeah, they're watching the HasanAbi broadcast ads at the top of the hour because there's a 3-minute ad break. The worst part about it is that like this kind of coverage, like this kind of literally will turn into more support from all the worst losers. You know what I mean? All the fucking worst losers who will look to this and go, oh, look, all the gays hate him. All the people that we hate are hating on Sneako, so he must be good. Like, oh, I hate Hasan, and that's why, like, he's probably good then. He's even better. You know what I mean? I don't even like the cuck, but, like, turns out, like, Hasan hates him, so I like him. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? And, it's just, I don't know. Sent this to my right wing buddy. Said those kids are based. That's what I'm, bro. You're literally at that point, like openly admitting that you have the brain processing power of a 12-year-old. Okay, I don't know, man. It just makes me sad. It does make me fucking super sad to see. Hopefully, it's just not like, I don't know. Hopefully, it's not permanent. You know what I mean? I open stream. I see Sneako. I know I will be disappointed at what is being talked about. Yeah, I have faith. Most of them will meet people in college and grow out of it. So many guys my age, 20, 25, were just back in middle high school and became kind people after broadening their life experience. Yeah, it just like it happened so fast. Like Donald Trump being this like beacon of every liberal, progressive, socialist, and even like moderate that despised his behavior, created a counterforce in American society that for a brief moment made people believe the false notion that America was way more progressive than it actually was, at least in like online spaces. Whereas this is the counterbalance of that. This is like the pendulum swinging in the other direction, where now that it's like Joe Brandon and we're doing business as usual politics, people are no longer interested in politics. People are back to, you know, eating brunch and finding other new avenues to direct their anger towards. And that's why, as I called out immediately as soon as Joe Brandon was elected, that there was going to be like another revitalization of the anti-SJW era. Now, the former anti-SJW era in like the second term of the Obama administration was way more like, we love intellectually stimulating conversations. Like they all wanted to debate, and they all wanted to like present themselves as like intellectual beacons. And this era of anti-SJW content, which by the way they weren't, for the record, even back then, this kind of anti-SJW era is not like that at all. This is more like, no, you're a clown. I'm stupid. I don't give a shit that I'm stupid. Everyone can make fun of me, but at least they're watching me. I'm a clown. I'm a cuck. But ultimately, I can always just like be a clown and a cuck, and like everyone can dunk on me, but like I can say trans people, and then there will be plenty of people who will turn around and offer support to me. Drives me insane that people think schools are ruining their Fortnite playing little dip kids and have no idea all these kids who haven't even hit puberty are watching Kick and learning about legitimate concerning views towards sex, etc. Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's not your school that's like fucking your kids up, okay? It's this partnered up with the reality that you're not talking to your dip kids, you know? An insidious thread of ignorance has woven its way across America that convinces people that their ignorance is as good as my education. Yes. And if you bring up your education, then you're an elitist, okay? And there are significantly more dumb people than there are intelligent, kind, thoughtful individuals. So you can always relish in the masses, being like, yeah, if nobody's got me, the masses got me. And there's no real interest in like even portraying yourself, or at least having like the decency to shut the up if you don't know what you're talking about. And ultimately, as long as like a trans person says you're bad, then, you know, them, right? Like you will immediately be able to develop a following. Alejandra Carballo said, saying all gays should die is not a joke. Excusing your role in influencing these boys by blaming pride flags and everyone else is beyond pathetic. At least have the courage to own your own hate instead of blaming the subjects of it, you absolute coward. What Sneako's doing here is a lame attempt at ironic hate. Relax, it's just a joke, bro. If you're offended, it's your own fault. I watched a generation of millennials get radicalized on forums like 4chan with this ironic hate. It's the same thing, but on a bigger scale. And like, the thing is, it's all over now. It's not just 4chan. It's not just Poll. It's all over. You got Discord servers to be like as hyper niche and as esoteric as you want to be. It's all over Reddit. It's all over Twitter. And it's all over Kick. And what's going on is like a lot of people don't realize that this actually is really bad on your psyche. Like there's a legitimate change that harms you as well. It's not necessarily just, you're just having a little bit of fun without realizing it. When you lean into that, when you lean into those circles and you engage in like the the vice signaling that comes along with it. Like, you're basically conditioning yourself into being a bad person. And before you know it, you're so desperate for that echo chamber to like you that you constantly increase. You raise the stakes, and you're looking for new people to shit on. You're trying to prove to your own community in these circles that you're like a real one. You know what I mean? You're real. And then you become the fucking 4chan loser who gets arrested for consistently issuing death threats against the sheriff in Florida. You know what I mean? And then you get arrested, and there's body camera footage of your crusty ass fucking basement dwelling that, as the cops arrest you, that everybody sees. It's very sad. Very sad. And frankly, I think that I am a decent counter to that sort of thing, but the people recognize that. Like, the content creators in this space recognize that. So they use every opportunity they can to be like, no, he's actually a pussy, I swear. Like, look, he paints his nails or he wears a dress. Like, that's gay. That's lame. And like, most people, especially when they're young, don't recognize how they're projecting their own insecurities. Yeah, if you're a confident person, you can wear a dress. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I'm confident in my sexuality. I'm confident in my gender expression. That, like, I don't give a shit. I'll cross dress. I'll still look more svelte than you or your daddy. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter.